Good afternoon. Thank you all so much for joining us on this call. Thank you for your participation in the 19th Annual Student Leadership and Initiative Conference. I want to give kudos to the chairs, Mr. Brandon King and Mr. Dominic Stokes, along with our unofficial chair, Mr. Michael Maxwell, who's always on it with the academic competitions. I want to thank you all so much for the hard work that you have done to ensure that this will be an awesome event for our students.
Thank you, Madam President. Want to thank everyone again for calling in this afternoon. We look forward to having you here on our campus at Atlanta Metropolitan State College. We are super excited about all of the things that we have planned for your students. If you can follow along, we have the presentation here that we'll go through briefly. And hopefully it will take care of any questions that you may have coming into the student leadership this weekend. So the location logistics, as I stated, it'll be here on campus at Atlanta Metropolitan State College. We will be hosting the student leadership in the gymnasium this year. We will have our workshop presentations held in our science lecture building, and the academic competitions will be held in our academic building. Speaking of academic competitions, this year we will be doing things a little bit differently. I will let Mr. Maxwell talk a little bit about that. However, the academic competitions will begin a lot sooner than we normally start them. So this year they will not, if you have students that's going to participate in the academic competition, they will get started prior to our guest speaker. So they will be released to get started with those competitions prior to the guest speaker speaking. There is a map that's included inside of the presentation that talks and speaks more on the logistics once you get on campus, where you will be parking. And I will go over that, but first I'll talk a little bit about the conference agenda. In the conference agenda, so when you come on campus for registration, chaperones, you will receive a packet. In that packet, you will receive a schedule for your group. You'll also receive an agenda for the day, and you'll receive stickers for or name tags for your group. They will not have the individual names on there, but they will have an indicator for your school and your program, so that you can pass out to your students to identify your group. When they come in, breakfast will be served in the morning from 7:30 to 8:30. It's going to be in the gym also. We will have Madam President to do a welcome at 8:30. After that welcome, that's when we will be releasing those academic competition students. After that, we'll have our guest speaker to speak. Then we will break off to those workshops in the science lecture building, and we will the students that will be doing the academic competition will already be in those academic buildings, in the academic building 500. Once you're done with those workshops, students will be escorted back to the gymnasium, where they will listen in to our outstanding youth trio alum. Once they listen to that student or professional receive their award, we will have lunch at that time, about 12:30, 1 o'clock. So after lunch, we will also be doing a Greek show. And after the Greek show, we're going to have a professional leadership panel, Q&A, for the students to have an opportunity to ask those professional questions. We do have a community service project, and I want to ask that if you and your group can bring community service items for the organization, that would be awesome. Then that's pretty much, closing ceremony. Around 4 to 4:30, we will have our closing ceremony, and that will conclude the actual Student Leadership Conference during the closing ceremony, where we will announce the winners for all of the competitions. And on your way out, you will receive your dinner as well as your conference gift. Now, if you can go to the actual map, it does show that we would like all of the programs to enter on Castlin Street. If you can come around and you see on the map, there's an area for parking. The yellow parking lot will only be designated for buses. In the green parking lot, we will ask that all of the vehicles be parked in that parking lot. You are not required to put anything in your vehicle. The school is aware that we will have guests on campus, and you don't have to put anything or do anything in your parking lot, and your cars will be fine. If you can look ahead after you park in those parking lots, you can actually see the gymnasium is straight ahead. You'll come around the academic building and walk to the gym. The academic competitions. Mr. Maxwell, do you want to talk a little bit about those competitions?
Hey everyone, hope you're having a great and awesome Tuesday. We are excited that we're going to be having 4 awesome competitions happening on Saturday. And so I want to go over the logistics with that about those competitions with you so that everyone is properly informed. So the first one is our ETS Academic Bowl competition for our Talent Search middle school students. Right now we have 4 teams registered. That's Atlanta Metropolitan State College Talent Search, Alpha Phi Alpha Talent Search, UGA Talent Search, and Thomas University Talent Search. That competition will be moderated by Mrs. Sharante Maxwell. And so when teams are released, they'll be released to her, and then she will proceed with the competitions. Please note that she will need scorers from each team to score different things within the event. So please make sure you have someone on hand for that. The next thing is our Talent Search High Q competition for high school students within Talent Search. We have 4 teams registered for that. Those are Valdosta State, Alpha Phi Alpha, UGA, and Thomas University. We're going to play this game in a 4-team elimination tournament style. So each team will play each other 3 times, and we'll take the top scorers and determine first, second, and third place. If you have buzzer systems, please make sure that you bring them, and you will check them in with Madam President at the registration desk. She's being voluntold that as we speak, so she'll be ready to take your buzzers, and we will then use them for as necessary for the competition. Again, if you've got any questions or anything, I am moderating that competition, so please make sure that you contact me. But your students will be released to me to get ready for that competition. Then in Scholars Bowl, we are excited that we have 11 teams participating. Actually, we have 12. I just found out that there is another team that is included that has been now added to this competition. So I'm going to tell you who they are. We've got Savannah State University. We have Community Team Coalition Upward Bound, Community Team Coalition UBMS, Atlanta Metropolitan College West Clayton, AMC Clayton, AMC Thomaston, AMC UBMS, GSU UB, GSU UBMS. We have UNG UB and UNG UBMS, and we have UGA. So we're going to run to make sure that kids really are finished and done by the time lunch happens, at least the majority of them. We're going to run a 2-division round robin team tournament. So we'll split this into 2 divisions of 6 teams each. Everybody will play each other. There'll be 5 games. And then the top 2 teams from the division will move on to a playoff and championship bracketed single elimination tournament game. And so that way, that should help us get the majority of these kids out by lunchtime. So please, your buzzers are needed because we're going to need at least 6 or 7 buzzer sets for this type of play. So please make sure you bring your buzzers with you. If you've got any questions or anything before that, please contact me and I'll get any questions answered for you. So then if there is anyone doing the essay competition, they will identify themselves during registration. Please remember there can be only 1 person per program represented for the essay competition. And then at the conclusion of the opening session, those students will be taken away and then they will be given the writing prompt. And then they will begin to write their essay. It'll be scored by some judges, and then we'll announce the winners at the end of the day. So that is the essay competition. There is no McNair debate competition this year because there's no one signed up for it. And so those are the four that we're going to run during this time frame. So if you got any questions, you can always send me an email, and I'll be glad to answer them, or you can give me a call. I'll be glad to answer that as well. Chair King, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Thank you. Let me make sure. I think I covered mostly everything. Are there any questions so far?
So there is one. Miss Bryant asked to kind of, can you explain the map one more time?
Okay. So on the far left-hand side where it says Metropolitan Parkway, the area that we would like for you to turn in is Caslin Street off of the Metropolitan. So there are two entrances to our school, but this is the entrance that we would ask that you use. Once you turn into Caslin Street, you'll just drive straight ahead and come around. If you see that little small blue line, you pass those trees, and then you'll come around. You're going to make a left, and there are signs that's going to direct you to have trio parking, and also there's the Atlanta Metropolitan State sign. It has the yellow lot, and it also has a sign that says green parking lot. So again, buses will park in the yellow bus lot. The green lot will be for the vehicles. Once you do park, you can walk by the academic building. Just walk straight ahead. If you park in the green lot or the yellow lot, you can actually look straight ahead and see the gymnasium. And so you'll know to walk kind of in that direction towards the gym. Again, once you're in the gym, we will have some ambassadors that will take you to either the science lecture building if you're going there for the workshops, or if you have a group that's going to be competing in the academic competitions, that will escort you back to the academic building, and that's building 500, directly in front of the green lot. Those are the only three buildings that we will pretty much utilize while we're on campus for the activities on Saturday. Are there any other questions about the map? Tips for chaperones. I wanted to make sure that what I would be doing again is making these little stickers for your students. So as I pass out and they'll just have, I will not include the names. I do understand that sometimes you switch out students, and that's perfectly okay. So I will just have your, it'll indicate like a scholar on there, and it'll indicate which college the student is coming from. And so I'll have enough of those stickers so that you can pass out to your students. So they can put that on their clothing while they're with you. So that's pretty much, they will not receive like the usual name tags where they have the ropes and things on it. They'll just have the sticker name tags that they can use. We will make sure that we have enough for those, so that you guys will be able to pass out to your students. Make sure we will show you when you get into each building where the restrooms are. We just want to make sure that you guys are aware, so that if your student has to leave to use the restroom, you'll kind of have an idea of how much time it will take that student to go to the area and come back if you don't have a restroom. But we will be releasing the students about 10 minutes to get to the other room for them if they need to stop and use the restroom in between their workshops. All of the workshops will be held on one floor, so there won't be a whole lot of there shouldn't be any students going upstairs or downstairs. So all of them will be held on exactly one floor. Now the academic competitions are a little bit differently. They are going to have Scholars Bowl on one floor, and a high Q and the academic bowl will be held on another level. We're also asking that chaperones be with the students if you have enough chaperones, Mr. Maxwell, do they usually assist with the academic competitions? Is that correct? There's a chaperone that's with that group as well,
So
right?
I know for academic bowl, Mrs. Maxwell, we're looking for people to score stuff. There probably will be a need for perhaps some timekeepers. So please make sure that please make sure that you might have someone that could be available to keep time for Scholars Bowl.
Okay. Okay.
Ms. Cassandra Smith just wanted to confirm that workshops are on the second floor of the Science Lecture Building, 100. Is that correct?
That is correct. And in that workshop schedule, they will have the workshops that their group will be assigned to with the room numbers on it.
Okay, well, Ms. King, I don't see any other questions in the chat box.
None, no other questions. Well, we're excited that everyone will be coming in, and we hope that all the activities that are planned, the students really take some things away on Saturday to utilize. Thank you everyone for calling in.
Thank you all so much, and safe travels to you all, and don't forget your buzzers.
All right, so thank you, everyone. This presentation, along with a recording of this, will be emailed to everyone, so you'll have it, and we look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
Thank you.
We'll remain on for a little while if you have any questions.
Okay.
Last thing, don't hang up. I forgot about the donations. Did everybody hang up?
I tell you what,
we'll email it.
Announcement.
Yeah, I forgot to say the community service donations. Okay. Thank you.
Hey, Sabrina.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you said the academic bowl competition, that's at 9 o'clock as well?
All of them are starting at.
All of them are starting at 9.
Because when we get, hey, this is Renard. Hi, y'all. So when we get there, we're going to let I guess we'll be releasing our students to Mr. Maxwell so he can let them know where to go and all that stuff, right?
So when you get there, everybody we're about to be in the gym. President Lawrence will give a welcome, and then when she's finished, then we'll take all the people doing academic competitions to where they need to be.
Okay, and will the chaperones need to leave with them?
Yes, whatever team chaperone's supposed to be with them, yes, we'll go with them.
All right.
Every team will need a chaperone / coach with them.
All right, and
every,
I'm sorry. No, I'm listening.
And the
go
other
ahead.
chaperones need to be with the other students who are assigned to the workshop groups, since they got to be together.
Okay.
Thank you.